It's a rainy. So this video is going to be kind of a birthday celebration for Rainy, and it's going to go up on his actual birthday slash adoption day because we don't know when his actual birthday slash adoption day is. Well, we know when his adoption day is because that's when we got it. But I got dog hair all over me from said dog. Hi. He's like, you always talk about me in a video. So yeah, today is Rainy's adoption day slash birthday. He was about 2 years old when we got him from the Humane Society here in town, and he's funny stories about Rainy. He basically kind of ran away the first day that we got him, and we were even told by the people at the Humane Society that, like, yeah, he kind of likes to escape, and that's why some of his previous owners have brought him back, because he keeps trying to escape. And it's not that, I mean, like, for us, it's not that he tries to escape because it's like a bad house or anything like that. It's just he tries to escape because he just wants to go and run around the neighborhood and see what other else is out there, like any dog does. Some dogs are, most dogs, I mean, some dogs are just content being in their own backyard. Hi. He's like, they is can watch me groom. Yeah, dog. Funny. So yeah, we think we got him in 2015. So we've had him for about 6 years now. Actually, let me double check that date. It was either 2015 or 2017. One of the two. Let's double check that math. His birthday is November 15th, and we got him in 2015. So we've had him for 6 years now. So we think he's about 7-8 years old or so, because the Humane Society said that he was about 2 years old, and he'd been in and out of the Humane Society several times before we got him. Yeah, poor puppy. I mean, it'd been about like 5 years since I had a dog at that point in time, because my last dog we had to put down in 2006. We got him. I'm doing bad math in my head. I think it was we got him in 2017, but his birthday was, he was about 2 years old at that point in time, so we think that he was born in 2015 or so. So he's like, 6 to 8 years old or so, given that time frame, and we've had him for the majority of his life. So we've been his home for that long. My mom and I, and well, my ex previously. So, we've had him for quite a while, and yes, he's gotten away from us multiple times. The first day we opened the garage door that leads into the backyard, and because I was going to pull all the stuff out of the car that we had bought for him that day, food and other things that we had bought for him that day out of the car, and get them, into the house. And we had the back door open. Our yard has a very high fence, but like the back door was open from the garage into the backyard, and he darted out and literally dashed off in, where my ex and I are running all over the neighborhood trying to find him. I called my mom because she had already gone back to work, and it's just like Rainy got out. He's running around the neighborhood, and like we're running all over trying to find him. And I had to call work to tell him, I'm going to be in late because our dog ran away. I didn't know you had a dog. Well, we just got the dog today, type of thing. And he just got away, and we're trying to find him, and all that fun stuff. And he ended up back at the Humane Society because there's a church near us that he ended up like in their parking lot. And like they got a hold of him, and they called animal control and said, hey, there's a dog here, because I don't think we had quite gotten the tag on him yet, or so, to tell him, call this number and, we'll come and get the dog, or whatever the case was. If you find this said dog, it comes back to us. And we sent him, they took him back to the Humane Society, and I'm pretty sure the people that worked at the Humane Society are like, Didn't we just get this dog a home like 2 hours ago? Yeah, let's call him and tell him you have the dog. And then, my mom and my ex went down and picked him up, and we basically had to pay bail on you. He's like, I did nothing wrong. Yeah, you say you did nothing wrong. Here, let's put Stitch by you. You is can have Stitch. Right, Ayaz has a blue puppy. It's blue. Let's take a picture of you and Stitch. How cute is Puppy and Stitch? There we go. I kind of take more pictures of him than my last dog because I have pictures of my last dog. But I wish that I had more of them. So I kind of take more pictures of him now that I have the ability to, because I didn't have a smartphone when I had my other dog, 10, 11 years ago at this point in time. But my last dog, I've mentioned him in other videos. His name was Bear. He was like a poodle Pomeranian something else mix, that we got from one of my sister's friends when he was a puppy. And my sister named him, and we were the ones that raised him and everything. And he stayed with my dad after my mom and dad got divorced. And I took care of him whenever I was over there and everything. And I was unfortunately the one that had to make the decision whether or not to have him put down, because he had gotten very, very sick, and there wasn't really anything that the vets could do. But yeah, I miss Bear, but it took a while. But now I have my Rainy, and I love him just as much. And I know that Samoyeds are more dogs that are bred more for like the cold weather, because they're from like not the same exact area where like Huskies are from, but they're kind of the same area where like the like Shiba Inus are from, like dogs that are bred for like cold weather. Like he would be quite good. Like he loves to pull on the leash when you're walking him. And I think that's just, something that's bred into the dogs, because like, you want dogs that are going to pull really hard, that they're like kind of sled dogs or dogs that are like work dogs. And I don't know exactly where the species originated from. I want to say somewhere in Russia, but I could be wrong on that. But, sometimes he acts like he can understand us, sometimes he can't, but it's the same way that any dog acts. I always refer to him as being a cat dog. Not like the show that was on in the 90s when I was a kid, Cat Dog. I actually, Cat Dog, yeah, half cat, half dog. I actually, at one point, I showed an episode of Cat Dog to my nieces and nephew, and I don't remember which episode it was, but they're like, as they're watching it, they keep looking at me like, what in the world is this? What is this? This doesn't make any sense. How I don't get it. It was so funny watching him do that. But he acts like a cat, which, according to the vet, a lot of dogs that are like that range of dogs, like in that section of like the different breeds, kind of tend to act a little bit more like cats, and also tend to not eat every day, or we'll go like 2 days without eating food, and then we'll like gobble up a bunch of food, and then beg for more. I mean, it's like, I'm hungry. You had food yesterday. I is hungry, but I didn't want to eat yesterday. But now I want to eat. It's like, we give him chicken and he gobbles it up. We give him other things like that. We eat something and he's staring at us while we're eating it. If it's dog safe, we share it with him. Chicken, other various types of meat. He doesn't like French fries, which is, I'm sure, probably kind of a good thing that he doesn't like French fries. But he loves cheese. Rainy loves cheese. Yes, Rainy, I know you love cheese. And one of the other things is I actually, okay, so in Pokemon Sun and Moon in the Alola games, there's a Pokemon that's called, Rockruff, that evolves into a Lycanroc. I have a stuffed Rockruff plushie downstairs. But it evolves into a Lycanroc, and it has the three forms: the midday, the midnight, and the dusk form. And this guy, this bozo over here, he's like, he's not bozo. He's fluffy. This bozo looks a lot like a lichen rock. Now, I do not know. It looks a lot like the midday version of the lichen rock, the midday form. Now, I do not know if rock ruffs, well, they're obviously based on like different types of wolves and stuff like that, and Samoyeds aren't super as far off from like a wolf as like a poodle or a dachshund is. I've had a dachshund too in the past. It was my sister's dog. His name was Babe. We think he got stolen. But they act kind of like cats every now and then. He does, stretches like a cat, curls up like a cat. Also tends to curl up a lot like a bagel. A fair amount of the times where he's like, I used to be curled, and he'll like curl in, and he looks like a bagel. See other funny rainy stories. Yeah, the first day we got him, he ran away, and then we got him back after we paid bail on him. He has subsequently gotten out a few other times. One time, like, he got out of the gate because I don't know if the gate got blown open because it had been so windy that day, and like he got out and he ran around the neighborhood, and thankfully we found him and brought him back home. Or if it was like the gate just happened to break and he hit the gate itself, hit the gate door itself, the fence door itself, and it, opened up. But that's since been rectified. And, another time he got out, in the winter at some point he got out, and thankfully it wasn't like snowing that day, because like seeing him in snow, he blends in so well if it's really blizzardy outside. But like he like got out, and like I was in the car like following him around the neighborhood. Like I almost got him into the car like twice, but like driving around the neighborhood trying to find him, following him. And like he led me back to the house, and thankfully there had been like a lady walking by the house, like a college student or whatever, walking by the house, and like he had gotten up to gotten to the house, and I yelled at her, "Can you grab him?" And she grabbed him and was like holding him while I got over and got the leash and such back on him, because he likes to slip out of his collar. We've had to tighten it just a little bit. And whenever I take him on a walk, we have a harness that he wears to, make it harder for him to escape. He's looking at me like, I don't escape. I go explore and adventure. And so his name is Rainy, like a rainy day. And we let him, the other day, like 2 days before I'm recording this, we had like a huge rainstorm come through. Like it rained and rained and rained, so much rain. And like he didn't want to go outside into the backyard. And I was like, well, you're not going to get a walk right now either, because it's too wet outside, and we don't need to get you covered in rain, from having to, from going on a walk. I mean, like it's like, if it was like spitting or drizzling, that would have been fine. But this was like full on rain. Like we had like flood warnings going on in the area. So not really a good thing to like take him out and like him getting soaked and wet. But like he won't go into the backyard if it's raining. He'll like look out and then like step back into the house. Or we have to like push him into the backyard sometimes to make, just like shove him into the backyard every now and then to make him, go outside and go to the bathroom when it's raining outside, so that way he doesn't, have an accident in the house. I think he's had one accident in the house. But that was more, he'd been at home, like my mom had been at work that day and I hadn't been here that day. And I think we just left him in the house a little bit too long. And he did have an accident, but it was like, we're not going to get mad at him for that. And he doesn't really chew things. He doesn't chew shoes, thankfully. He never went through that phase with us. At least I don't know if like his previous owners went through that phase or not. But like he doesn't chew shoes. He doesn't two toys. We have like, toys for him to have. One's like a pig and one's like a squeaky frog. And, he has like this elephant, just like elephant head shaped, toy that used to be a squeaker toy that's, a soft toy that he used to, be able to squeak, but he has since, torn all of the stuffing out of it, along with a few other stuffed animals that we had given him. But, and he loved that elephant. He still has the elephant. He also has, we play, fetch with him in the house carefully. And he loves that. And he'll get all like wild up and ready, like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then like you throw it like 3 times and he gets it. And then he comes back and he's just like, nope, I'm interested in something else now. I'm going to stare out the window. And what's another funny thing that he does is, my mom and I got a new couch recently, and like he kind of like had claimed part of the couch at some point as kind of his, but he also has like a chair that he gets to lay on, that he likes to lay on and such too. But like he really likes the new couch, and I think it's because it's like a nice soft couch, and it also is just more of a, he can stretch out a little bit more on it, and he'll like to curl up in my mom's spot on the couch. I have like this Nest style type chair that I like to sit on, and he used to sit in it every now and then, like when either I wasn't home or like when I wasn't using it, but he doesn't really go into the Nest chair anymore. I don't know if it's because he doesn't like getting out of it or what, but he doesn't really go into the Nest chair anymore. The first Christmas after we got him, because we got him in November, and the first Thanksgiving that we had him, I think we had my I don't know if it had been like that Thanksgiving, we had my like sister and my brother-in-law and like their kids over and my dad over, to do like a Thanksgiving, because like either like the weather was bad and we couldn't go anywhere, or if it was just like, oh, let's just do like this little family Thanksgiving, or if it had been Christmas was the next time that we had like a big family thing, for us. But like he was just so wild and all over the place on like that first Christmas that we had him, because he was just like, oh my God, there's so many new people in this house. Oh my God, so many of them can pet me and I can sniff them. And hey, be nice to Stitch. He's like, I just moved my paw. I love you. And so he was just so excited that first Christmas that we had him. But when we were decorating for Christmas, and we have like this big bag of like stuffed animals that are like Christmas stuffed animals, Christmas beanie babies, and like mini, Mickey Mouse and like a scarf and a hat, and like Tigger and, other, adorable stuffed animals that are either like Christmas themed in the fact that they have like Christmas outfits on, or they're snowmen, or they're, like we have like some polar bear dolls, or some, reindeer, stuff like that are like, all like Christmas or winter type themes, and we'll like put them up around, we have like a staircase, so we put them like up one side of the staircase, or like around the room in our living room. And we dumped them out onto the floor to start sorting through them to see which ones we were going to put where. And Rainey kind of attacked them, but like and there was also one that looks like a raccoon that's kind of like almost raccoon size. It is a raccoon. It's a stuffed doll raccoon. But, it was roughly raccoon size, and he kind of attacked that one, and like we got it away from him, and like he hadn't caused any damage to it. He just kind of like, had bit it and grabbed it and like shook it around, but not enough to hurt it. And we got it away from him, and like we, no, and like all that rest of that Christmas and every Christmas that we've had him since, where we have all of the, all the stuffed animals out and everything like that for like a month, he doesn't attack them, and he doesn't go after them. And, like I could probably put one of those bunnies on the floor downstairs, and he probably wouldn't do anything to it. He won't bite them. He's like, no, these are not stuffed animals you gave me to bite, so I will not bite them. He'd probably like sniff them, and I mean, like if I waved them like in his face a whole bunch of times and such, he would probably try to bite them. But he doesn't really bite them, because like I have my plushie tree downstairs. That's, the Christmas tree covered in plushies, just because we don't want to take the Christmas tree down. So we just take all the decorations off, and then I just cover it in plushies. because I can. Uh, and the very deep brick plushie, of course, at the top of the tree. But so we do that, but like the plushies like fall off every now and then. Barry has like jumped off the top of the tree like multiple times, like jump, land on the floor. Okay. And there's other ones that pop, that fall off, either just because the tree gets moved a little bit, or because he walks by it or runs by it, like his tail hits the branches and they fall down. But he won't pick them up. He won't try to bite them or anything like that. And that makes him a good pupper. He will not bite the stuffed animals unless they're specifically given to him. And like all three of the stuffed animals that we've given him, like the elephant, and he has like two stuffed monkeys that used to squeak. One still does, and the other one's missing a leg. Um, they're all three of those are like all roughly the same color of pink. So I don't know if he's just like, well, it's not this exact, it's not a pink toy, so I'm not gonna nibble on it or whatever. But he won't eat them. He won't try to attack them or whatever, and that's very nice because it means I can have the plushies out without worrying about like him trying to attack them or him trying to bite them or anything like that. Um, and now we're going to cut to a little bit where I did a photo shoot with Rainy. He didn't necessarily enjoy it. So this is going to be the part of the Rainy birthday video where I attempt to try to get some fun pictures of him with some different funny hats on, slash ears, slash a feathered boa. I'm not doing any masks because I don't want to put anything directly over his eyes. So let's go see if I can find him. He's like, what are these and why are they on my bed? Can I have his window? Okay, Rainy, Mommy's gonna do a photo shoot with you. How does that sound? Rainy, I don't know if I like the sound of that, Mama. Can you sit? Can you sit for Mommy? Can you sit? Sit. Hi, hi. 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 Mommy's making a birthday video for you. Rainy, when's my birthday? Well, the video is going to go up on November 13th, 12th, 15th, somewhere in that range. There we go. We is has puppy. Hello. Let's start with these. Do you want to try these on? He's like, not particularly, no. Come on. It's just cute puppy. Come on. Come here. You is can be cute puppy for a second. Look at Mommy. Look at the Mommy. Who's a bunny? Oh, hey. Up. Sit. Sit. Or lay down. You can do either one. Sit for the Mommy. Just try them on for a minute. Mommy is wants puppy. No, no, up. Look at the Mama. Hey, come here. Rainy, Rainers. Rainers, Rainers. It's my baby. He's like, okay, get him off. Well, my channel's a mascot is a bunny. I have to have a picture of you with bunny ears. You want to do donut ears next? You like donuts. Katakuri donut ears. Sit. He's like, no. I did that before and you put a weird thing on my head. I is lay down. These do not hurt you. You are fine. Look at Mom. No, 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 no. Look. Stay. Good, Mommy. No, Rainy. No, no, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stops. No, stops. Well, I got him on you. We're going to see how many we can do of these. So that's 2. Let's try a boa next. Let's try the feathered boa. How about this? Do you want to try this on? He's like, I is, don't know about this, Mommy. I is lion. Are you a lion? Are you a lion puppy now? He's like, why are you doing this? Here, I love you. You're a good baby. Here, I'll tilt the camera down a little bit so you can see it better. See, puppy. Hi. See, you're okay. Do you want to be a queen? Well, king? He's like, I sniff that. That would look nice with my white fur, Mama. And he's like, why are you doing this? Hey, just look up. Look at the mommy. My beavers. Okay, now you can take it off your head. He's like, I has resigned myself to the fate of the headbands. Hi, I love you. Do you want to be a unicorn puppy? Mommy has a unicorn horn. Want to be a unipuppy? He's like, I know. Put your head up. Come on, it's not that bad. You're okay. Right up. Hold your head up. He's like, no, I don't want to be a unicorn puppy. Rainy. Rainy. Haha, gotcha. He's like, okay, are we almost finished? How about Minnie Mouse? His tail stopped wagging. Want to be Minnie Mouse? Right? I don't even know what that is. The look of a dog that is like, oh my god, why is this happening to me? You got 3 left, dog. You got 3 left. Come on. You want to be a witch puppy? Come on, my god. Witch hat for you. Witch's hat. Witch's hat for the puppy. Witch hat. Right, it is green. Grandma likes green. Hey! Hey! Come here. You're fine. You are fine. Okay, on. Okay, it's off. Hi. Hi. Oh, I love you. He is be good puppy. You is be a good puppy. I got 2 left. One of them is another red hat. You want this? You want to try this on at the very least? See? It's red. You like red? Randy, why is this happening to me, Mommy? I is not Mad Hatter puppy. Hey. Come, Randy. Stop. Randy. Randy. He's like, fine. You turn that up, then fine, you turn that. Look at that. Off. There. One more. You got one more. You got a big rainbow hat to try on. You got this to try on. Next to the puppy. Hey. Hey. Here. You can hold the hat. Rain, even the hat says no. Rainy. Come here. Look at Mom. I swear I don't do this to him very often. Come here. It's a fluffy hat. Mommy, put it on. See, Mommy has funny hat now. He's just like, can I be left alone now? You want to lay down? Go ahead, lay down. Be good puppy. He's like, I is always good puppy. I know you're always a good puppy. He's like, nope, I say no. There, you're done. Mama done with the photo shoot. Mommy is done with photo shoot. How do you feel now? Right. Well, you're done with the photo shoot for now. You'll pull out your phone at some other point in time in the near future, and I'll have another picture taken of me. Hey, you're a good baby. He's like, oh, mommy has found a good spot for itch. Oh, we got foot moving. Oh, it's a good bit, bird. He's like, why did you stop? You deserve to pet me more because you made me go through that horrible ordeal with that camera and those hats. Well, that's the end of the camera, or at least the end of this section of the photo shoot. Yeah, he didn't really enjoy the photo shoot. I hope you enjoyed the funny pictures I got out of it of him in a bunch of the different hats. Hats and bunny ears and other things like that. So, you know, I love Rainy. I love him so much. He's a good baby. And when my dad's over, my dad, my Rainy likes to get pets and attention from my dad. And when the kids are over, when my nieces and nephew are over, he's always so happy to see them because he's like, "Yay, I get more pets!" And small children. Well, they're not really small anymore. Malachi, or my nephew, is small. Is still kind of on the small side, but for his age, but he's hopefully going to get taller. But yeah, Rainy adores them, and he when I take him on walks around the park and the neighborhood and everything like that, if a little kids want to pet him or stuff like that, that's perfectly fine. They're like, "Can we pet him?" Yes. And this other one's, "Oh, is he a wolf?" No, he's not a wolf. He looks like a wolf. I know he does. Um, that's his wolf cut. He's like, "I is fluffy." He's like, "When are you gonna be done talking about me, mommy? Not that I don't like you talking about me, but when are you going to be done talking about me so I can has windows so I can put my nose out the window?" Here's a picture of Rainy putting his nose out the window, and from the other side as well. uh, when I'm gone, if I go out to go do grocery shopping or whatever other shopping, or I'm on my way back, if I'm coming back from work on Saturday, when I work kind of during the morning, and I come back and he'll like if the window's open, if it's nice enough, he'll be laying in here over there, with his nose out the window, just watching, and he watches as the cars drive by and watches as people walk by. He'll do the same thing downstairs in our living room out of that window, or in my mom's room out of her window. He'll watch people and cars and stuff like that. And just be like, "Okay, I is happy puppy. I is guard house." And if I pull up in my car, and he does the same thing with my mom. We pull up, one of us pulls up in the car, and if he's looking out the window, particularly this one, he'll be perks up and kind of looks a little bit more, kind of watches and waits for us to get out of the car to verify that it's us that's now home. And then he'll be like, "Yay!" And then he'll run down the stairs and wait by the front door. Or it depends on how long it's been since he's seen us, because when I went away on my trip with my dad and the kids on the trip across Nebraska, when I came back, I'd been gone for that was the longest amount of time that he hadn't seen me since we got him, because I haven't really taken any trips since then, or not really any that were gone for that amount of time, maybe gone for one night or 2 nights, but not that long. And mom was here for those nights, and my mom's been gone on trips before where she was gone for a week or so, and then when she came back, he was either just "Yay, grandma's back," and so happy about it, or didn't really care all that much. But like I was gone and I came back, when I came back from the trip, and I was like, yeah, like I took a couple of trips to get everything back into the house and everything like that. And he was happy to see me, but he's just like, okay, yay, you're back. Did you bring me anything? I just want dog treats from other side of state. Yeah, no, you didn't get any dog treats from the other side of the state. Because they possibly would have gotten broken on the way back here, Rainy. I don't care, and I'm not gonna buy treats that you're not gonna eat, Mr. Picky. Um, he is very picky about what he will eat. Although he loves chicken and he really likes tuna, which is thankfully good because we can mix it in with dry food and then he'll happily eat the dry food. I mean, we try to keep him on like a regular diet, of course, but he's like, Mommy, please tell me you're almost finished. We need to get away from this so I can has my window back. I know everybody loves me. I know I'm so wonderful and awesome, Mommy. But, you're gonna make my ego too big. You already act like you're the king of the castle. Rainy, I am king of house. It is house. I is dog. I is can go wherever I want. Unless the door gets closed. Then I is cannot either get out or get in, depending on certain circumstances. And he loves running around in the backyard whenever we get snow. He loves running around in that. Last year when we had like the 18 inches of snow in like 2 days or like a day and a half or whatever the case was, he loved getting to play in that snow in the backyard, just like jumping around in it, like hopping around in it like a rabbit would, like hopping from one section to the other. He adored that. He loved that. He loves snow. And like he's like curled up in the snow before, and just get your butt back in the house, dog. It's time to go to bed. But snow. It's like, yeah, you're not staying out here overnight. Get back in the house. And other times where it's just like there's just been some times he'll just like go into the backyard and just like lay down in the backyard like at night, and I'm just like, okay, I'll leave the door open for you. Other things like that. Sometimes he just likes, bathe in the sun on the sidewalk and or on the cement slabs that we have in the backyard, or run around in the grass or lay in the grass. This dog does not. This dog. Okay, last funny story about Rainy, and then the video will be finished. So this dog, the first time that we took him to the vet after we got him, get him all checked out and everything like that. I mean, like he was at the Humane Society, so he had shots and everything like that. And we took him back. We took him to our vet that was the same vet that we had taken Bear to previously when I'd had him. But we took Rainy there, and they look over him and give him a full physical, and get a good idea for like baseline health for him and everything like that. And we haven't really had too many problems with him health-wise. I mean, like he gets allergies and stuff like that, so we have to give him allergy meds. Or, he got in a fight with like a husky at one of the dog parks, and he lost a tooth, lost one of his canines. So now he only has 3. But we took him to the vet and everything, and the way that they take the dog's temperature at that point in time involved a thermometer in a very uncomfortable place for him. And I swear to God, it was the funniest noise I have ever heard, and I wish I had recorded it. It was the funniest noise. It sounded like someone was strangling a dying goose. And it was just like, he was just like, I did not make that noise, and I don't know where that noise came from, and nobody is to speak of this again. And I mean, like, he was perfectly fine, with the examination. It was just like that one thing just made him just like make the funniest noise. I swear to God, it was the funniest noise I've ever heard. Or one of the dang funniest noise I have ever heard in my life. He's like, why do you have to tell the embarrassing stories about me, Mommy? Because it's fun and you're cute. And this is a video for the people that don't want to, that may not necessarily watch all my other videos, but they'll watch the cute video about the puppy because it's his birthday. So this is for those people. Yeah, whenever he interrupts me in the videos, or if I get too many Rainy interruptions in the videos, they're referred to as dog treats. because you get the treat of seeing the dog. This whole video is basically a dog treat. So he's like, I has to stretch. Okay, I'm finishing up, and then you can have your window. Here, I'll take Stitch away from you because you don't really care for Stitch. Rennie, well, Stitch is okay, but, you know, I is puppy. Oh, the thing I was going to say about the reason I brought up the Lichen Rock. So, yeah, Lichen Rock's, the midday forms look a lot like him. And the midday form that I bred, I mean, I think I have like 2 midday forms, and like, I mean, like I have like 3 because I have like a shiny version of it that you've seen before in some of my, miscellaneous books related video for Pokemon. But like I bred Pokemon that are kind of based on a lot of my different family members. Like I have like a Sunflora that's based on my mom, and like you know, stuff that's based off of my sister and my, and, you know, and her kids and my brother-in-law and my grandparents and stuff like that. And I bred a midday form Lycanroc and named it Rainy, and I gave it a quirky nature. I think the ability I had it was like a keen sight or keen eye, whatever version, whatever that is. And I think, ironically enough, the characteristic was either like is somewhat stubborn or likes to take siestas, because he sleeps a lot. He's like, well, I'm not sleeping now because you're talking too much. But like, yeah, I read it with that way. And then I think like the move set that I gave it, it's not meant for battling or anything like that, because it wouldn't be very good in battling. Like I gave it like bite, and I gave it howl, because like he likes to howl at things. And I think I gave it you know, bite, because he likes to, you know, bite and, you know, nibble on his toys and stuff like that. Or you're like, you know, he'll play fight with us and stuff like that. I might have given it thrash, and then I don't remember what the last move that I gave it to, but it was just like one of those like move sets that are just like, it's just based on him, and I'm not going to use it for battling, because none of this is a good battling setup for like a fully evolved Rockruff, you know, fully evolved Lycanroc and everything like that, you know. So I couldn't really do too much with him in battle, but like I just, you know, I just bred it and did that because I wanted to. He's like, okay, now you is done. You is told him about me being a Pokemon mommy. You is can be finished now. Okay. Yeah, we're finished. Okay, so again, birthday puppy over here. Birthday puppy. You know, Rainy nicknamed as Houdini because he will vanish out of nowhere sometimes. You know, he likes to try to escape and all that fun stuff, and he's very fluffy, and it's so, you know, we always have dog hair everywhere, and it migrates. Oh god. Oh, and I'm just gonna do like a slideshow here of like him with like a whole bunch of the different, like I do Pokemon Go, and of course you can do the buddy in the Pokemon Go and walk around with the buddies. This is just a you know, a bunch of different pictures that I have of like Rainy with like a bunch of my different buddies, and you know, there's like a Carablast, and there's like a Sunkern, and there's a Zavilos and a Hydreigon, or like a Dino and a Zavilos in there, and I think there's a couple of other ones here and there that are just like different ones that I had, that, you know, there's like Eevees and such like that are just all these different pictures that I have of him with a bunch of these different Pokemon in the, you know, as my buddies, and him just like me trying to angle the camera so it's just like, okay, Rainy, look at where like the rock would, look at where the Pokemon is, or whatever, or, you know, just like trying to get it to look like him and the Pokemon are interacting, or in some cases that like the Pokemon is standing on top of him, or it's like right next to him, you know. I get bored with it, so I just do pictures with it that way. And, you know, he looks funny in the pictures and stuff like that. So, that's what we have. I thank you for watching, like an entire 40-some minute video about my dog. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the stories. I hope you enjoyed seeing the pictures, and I hope you enjoy having an entire video that has Rainy in it for the entire video. Well, most of the video. So I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Bye. Say bye, Rainy. Bye.